Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another stream. And thanks, Angie, for the sub, for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. Let me see. There we go. Now then, let's just jump right back into it. As always, thank you everyone for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. If you do, hit that follow button right down below. Helps a lot, very much appreciated. On Twitch, if you're watching from YouTube, hit that sub there. Every little bit helps. We're finishing off Avowed today. It can't be that much longer, right? Last time when we left off, we just unlocked the gate. And now these guys are fighting down there. So let's just let them fight. We do still have this poison area in here, but I don't think we can do anything with that. I wonder if they have even the slightest chance. They're doing quite well actually against the mage folk. It's a little bit annoying that they keep trying to aggro on me. Oh, he killed all the skeletons. Only the spiders left. And the two archers. I think I'm gonna go in now. There we go. Really, spider? You immediately change targets. There we go. Yeah, you're done, my dude. Hey, level 29. They've been very stingy with levels throughout the entire game. They're just throwing the levels at me during this last area. Everything gives a massive amount of XP. Kind of weird. Okay, let's see. Got 2 ability points. We could, yeah, let's level that fully. There we go. Increase the maximum ability, cast speed, well within the seal, that's kind of nice. Since the seal are slow, that's also kind of nice. Can only get the first one here, or we can upgrade this. This could be fairly good too. Since we probably won't be able to get this one. I'm just gonna get this. Actually, let me get the cast speed. I think that's better. Okay. We are on our way. That is... We found the prison.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
We found the prison. Whoa. 2 mage folk. Fighting a lot of things. Casting time.
You asked for it.
Why are you right in my face, by the way? You have to be right in my face. Couldn't even make it burn. Oh, there it is. He's a flamey boy too. Oh, I forgot about the laser. He does have the laser. Wait, what? Where did he go? Oh, over there. Does he teleport actually? He does. He does teleport. Nice. Shattered his ass. Oh, there is his body. Ooh. Another severed arm. The heck? Hey Kai. Oh, I'm overweight too. Wait, you're still alive? Never mind. Okay, guy, get off me. I'm looting here. I'm literally so overweight and now I'm frozen too. There we go. Now can I empty out my inventory? I should have done that before we fought. Didn't realize I had so much shit.
We make a good squad.
There we go. Grab all the stuff. I'm not sure how long the stream today is gonna be actually, because I'm not sure how much game is left, but we will see. Okay. Yeah, it wants me to do the center one. Just wanted to see if there's anything on the outside. Okay, let's do it. Let's open the gate. Let's open the cage. Why does he hold the arm so high up? The animation was weird. There we go. Cage unlocked. Oh, that's not good. Ah, never mind. That works. So that must be the other chunk that he was imprisoned in. There we go.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real.
Nice.
Then steps, a
Disrespect.
voice. Through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered.
Sure did. I got my guns. Once I had the guns, everything changed. You here, yes, here to stop the Dream Scourge. There's not much time. Despite the best efforts of other gods, you're hard god to find. What is this garden? Am I on solid ground or am I dreaming? Let's go with the first one.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain?
Yeah, we figured.
Our dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection.
You okay?
But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here.
Yeah, we knew all of that.
You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Boudica? There's nothing to fear. I already took care of Ludwin. And the Steel Garrote is the true threat. They don't know what they meddle with. Nah, she probably means Boudica.
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait, something happening in Paradise? Speak plainly. What are you trying to tell me? Nah, wait, there's something happening in
Blood
Paradise.
on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears.
Okay.
She pierces us.
Is
now.
Boudica invading?
Now we will not brook this.
Probably,
Not
right?
Again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my body across the living lands. Even an Archmage couldn't do that. But what do I do? How? Open a portal. What if I end up in the wrong place? That powerful always has a cost. Let's go with the first one.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Okay. No more of your gibberish. I'm here to end you, really. That's the first one they give us. You want freedom once more. It's what you've asked for from the beginning. Need to talk about what you did, Sabadell. I mean, we have been talking about this the whole time, haven't we? During our dream sequences, there's not really much more to talk about. So this is kill your own god ending. Okay, let's go with this one then.
We want nothing more than that. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Absolutely not. Why is the first one always kill her? You have too much to answer for. Don't let go of your anger so easily. It can be a useful and righteous tool. The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change. I'll set you free, I promise. Again, she really hasn't done anything wrong on purpose, I feel like. I think I'm just gonna go with 4. This one is not a bad answer either.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death and imposed the law of mortals.
I had to bring temperance to a lawless city. It wouldn't have been right to take justice into my own hands. I thought you'd treat Wolf fairly. I was wrong. Let's go with that second one.
The Strangler took justice into hers without asking. We will not. We only wish to turn away from the past and look to the horizon.
Sounds good.
Peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you can promise, you will be better. I cannot. I don't know if I can trust you. Rot in there, Sapadal. Sure.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace.
Wait, did I choose the wrong answer?
Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
Okay, we're going through all the choices we made throughout the game. I don't have time for this. You need to end the Dream Scourge. What are you talking about? She's talking about the monster, the first monster during the first quest. I had no choice, really. It was attacking me after all.
Yes. We have seen what you do to those you call monsters. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Doesn't matter now. Need to end the Dream Scourge. Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it. I mean, if it's an animal that's not attacking me, not trying to eat me, sure.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the Dream Scourge will cease.
Sure.
Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
I will free you. Just show me how. I cannot give you freedom, but I can give you the peace of the grave. Jesus. Peace. What about vengeance? You have power for a reason. Use it. Freedom or destruction. Is there really no other way? Sure, I will fear you.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog.
We've already prepared a body for her too during the first area.
We so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live.
Okay.
We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this.
Sure.
We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mold.
Jesus. I'm still alive, lady. Godlike ability. Sabatel's Fury. Rare achievement unlocked. Release Sabatel from the prison. 8.9 people did that. Release the power of Sabatel to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Ooh, nice. Now what? Oh, that's a portal, right? It's gonna create the portal with these guys. Maybe not. Jesus. Where's my party, by the way? Ah, there it is. Nice. Testing it out first. Maybe you should have not used your hand. But a twig or something instead. Maybe a stone. Back to the beginning area. All the way back.
Andra's depths. Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
Sure.
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Eora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Back to the beginning, where it all started. I'll be sure to thank them when I get the chance. And you're telling me Sapadal could have opened a portal to the garden the whole time? Nah, she couldn't. Let's go with the first one.
What happened to the living land started long ago, and we're going to finish it.
Are you seeing this? I don't think parodies look like this when we left it.
Yeah.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Time flowed quickly in the garden. Shadow was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Ringrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see
Okay.
Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
We're too late. I wonder who struck first. Ambassador Hilgrand must know something about this.
If he didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we
True.
go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sapadal from the prison. The Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
All gonna be fine.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
War has a mind of its own. No one will care about what we've done. Maybe they'll help us in return. At least something has gone right. For now. Let's go a second one.
Kin and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
Sure, sounds good.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Yeah, let's go. Where exactly are we, though? No, the whole map. Oh, I uncovered all of this. Okay, put me over here. Jesus. I guess the whole map changed, so it makes sense.
Look what they've done to Paradise. They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
Envoy, what does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradise they are in charge. They want to burn Eora. Why not start here? Let's go first one.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Is everything at the Emporium all right? How did you escape? Didn't sign up for an invasion, did you? How did you escape?
I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Nice.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You've done enough. You can thank me in your next book. You've done enough.
You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Sure.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you.
Okay.
I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and
Of course.
everything.
So, full upgrade set. No lockpicks. How much money do we have? 36, not a lot. He's got 8 of those. That's cool, but I don't have the money.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. Can't believe this is happening.
Ringram must be up there. You know what? I can't. Was trying to go into camp to grab all my stuff so we could sell it to him. Okay, let's go up to Ringram.
A
A familiar face.
What's going on up here?
Keep moving, Envoy.
We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwig and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
How? I killed Ludwig at Mount Forger. What are you doing here? Let's go with first one.
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to stay dead.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
Okay. I freed Sabadell. That is incredibly world-changing. I'm not sure I follow. I've only minimally changed the world. Nah, I feel like this is a big deal though.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences.
Sure.
Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
No resolve, no! I'm certain I did.
Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With
Sure.
luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
Don't worry about that. I hope it ends in a long nap after some excellent food. That sounds nice. I hope we meet again in a better circumstances. With luck, it will end with a certain other parties in the fire. Let's go with the first one.
Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you
Aren't they, though?
desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy.
Sure.
And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Okay. Sure. To the next spot we go. Marius down here.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, Envoy, how good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event.
Sure.
I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the living land stand ready to defend their home.
Will you be recording today's events for the archives? Any thoughts on taking up arms yourselves? What would you want to happen today? Let's go with first one.
Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's
Makes
the plan
sense.
if Paradise falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions, and always have. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us.
Sure.
I fear that more than our deaths. If Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that
will
happen.
know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Why not? There's glory in being part of Adir. Even if Adir triumphs, I will ensure our historians do their duty. That won't come to pass, I promise.
I hope so, Envoy. I truly do. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy.
Sure.
Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
I'm on it.
Giappa, where have you been?
Where haven't prototyping. A journey to the heart of the living
Not a lot of loot.
where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality. What a mess.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up.
That's isn't that the lady
How is
from
Emerald's
the
Dare? More importantly, how are you?
from the farm? I think
Thriving
so.
on both counts. I'm happy to report. My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Nice. Good thinking. Nice to see you, Elia.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh,
True.
and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stare is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
Dreamscatch is behind us, thankfully. Now we just need to keep the living lands from descending into war. True.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Sure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that.
We know you. Did you help us? We must have seen you in a dream.
Okay. I'm not sure what to do about this. We do have the new godlike ability. Problem is I don't have a quick cast slot for it. Could remove the seal. But I don't have the seal on my in my book, so if I remove the seal, I can't cast it. I think I'm gonna remove the meteors. Actually, let me do this. Let me do this, and I'm gonna cast both the meteors and my ice pillars using my book instead. By the way, I'm still having the wrong wand equipped. There we go. Oops. That was wrong. There we go. Who are you guys?
We see clearly now. The clouds part and the sun shines. Was this you?
Not quite sure who those guys were.
How's Casagrada?
As prepared as he'll ever be.
It's about time Fior stepped up to defend.
If I go first and distract them. Oh, this is a bad idea.
Okay. Blue. Can loot the dead bodies. Don't mind if I do. Steal from the dead. Okay. First marker puts us up here. That's where Marius is.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you here. One battlefield to another, eh? Dream thralls and now this. Students.
Okay, we do have the camp right here. I don't think we have to go into the camp.
The envoy. Is that you?
We upgraded our stuff right before we started today.
Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
Jesus.
You just appeared out of nowhere.
That was mean. Never mind that. I'm guessing you two worked everything out between you. Never mind that. I thought you both were stuck in the tasks. Let's go, first one.
Close enough.
Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the Living Lands.
Sure. Even after all the Living Lands has put you through, that's what you desire? What do you mean? Let's go for the second one.
Yes, but more than that,
What Radut is saying, Envoy, is that we know the adherents can put us through worse. And we don't want it to get bloody.
I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For
Yeah,
us,
sure.
not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so...
I
just
gotcha.
leave you with that. Thank you.
Show the Steel Girls who built the Living Lands.
What is that noise? Was only down here.
Strike like you mean it. We cannot afford to hesitate.
Not sure. Okay then. Let's go. Let's start a war.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
Sure did.
You didn't return. We took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I met the god of the Living Lands and freed them. I discharged my duty to the Emperor, ended the Dream Scourge. Let's go first one.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately,
True.
there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sapadal is the god of the godless and the god of the Living Lands. Boudica imprisoned Sapadal in the garden, let them out. The experience I had with Sapadal is my own. Probably the second one.
Boudica no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis?
Yeah,
Hunted
sorry
from the
about that.
earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Sapadal deserved a chance to make amends. I could not. I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could a kith child. That's a good. That's actually not bad. Sabadell was afraid of the Adirian invasion, and Wudikar's return. They didn't mean to hurt us. Let's go with the second one. I kind of like that one.
Altruism is fertile ground for folly, I've found.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sabadell. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to.
Yeah.
The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle.
Of course.
She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I distinctly remember killing Ludwig on top of Mount Foria. What did you know about the attack on the ambassador? Let's go with first one.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking.
Nice.
Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right.
I'll take care of her.
Similes to ourselves.
Damn, I really thought I'd killed her for good. She's going to try to kill me again, isn't she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems Oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodika lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it.
Sure.
But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What did you know about What did you know about this attack, Ambassador? What are you doing standing around? I have to stop her. What did you know?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
Sure.
It was Ludwig who called for the attack.
I can see that.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Do we know the state of the city?
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply route after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
Okay. What's the status on the opposition?
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
Don't worry about it. What are your plans for a counterattack?
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside,
the siege won't end until Ludwig does. And none of you know how to kill her.
I got this. What does Ludwig hope to achieve here?
The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
It's unrealistic to assume these people will roll over and surrender. Bad fucking chance. Oh. Now there's an interesting idea.
I suspect that's rather the point. If they don't believe in the strength of her convictions, she'll show them. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the Queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Why did Ludwin decide to attack Paradise now?
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution.
Nice.
This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwin in the tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Jedi has a point, Ambassador. Love him, Jedi. We can assign blame when the dust settles. Let's go with that.
Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradise cries out for help?
I mean, that's probably not much he could have done.
I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now.
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adia that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwin's vision for the Living Lands.
Damn it, I'm missing one intelligence. Do you think the Living Lands would stabilize under Adirian rule? Does the Steel Garrote explore alternatives before deciding to attack? Deer could set a new standard for greatness in the Living Lands. This is what the Emperor wants. Enough of this. What happens next? This is what the Emperor wants. Let's go with that.
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
You think the Living Lands would stabilize under Adirian rule?
Oh, I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when the Steel Garrote attacked
I feel like the most important Adira isn't really the problem, and the Emperor isn't either. It's mostly Wodica and her like
spoken like a fucking
crazy followers.
Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
And did the Steel Garrote explore any alternatives?
What passes between Ludwin and her men, or between Ludwin and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only option.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
Adira could set a new standard for greatness for the Living Lands. That's enough.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine.
Sure, what's up?
Ludwin has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwin, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adia will come. Indeed, we are already here.
I know what I would like to do. What would becoming a colony entail? Not familiar with the grave room. How does it work? Let's ask him all the questions.
Will become an extension of the Adirian Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rawatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the living lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history. And safe it would remain.
I assume the assembled leader have thoughts. Turn to your companions. What do you think?
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow.
True.
Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Rawatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there. And this road isn't an easy one. But Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir, no matter how hard Adir wants it to be. Adir should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed trouble.
Turn inward. Opinion, Sabadell? Sure.
The Adder's promise. Flip our feathers as we find our wings. The deed binds as the wire binds. To drown us. Why
I feel like they could like make some sort of arrangement where they can work together, right? You don't have to completely overtake all the culture and all the everything. I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts.
The traditions of solace are what give my wardens their strength. Without them, we would buckle under the weight of the tusks. I would sooner walk my people into the acid sea than trust an Adiran to hold me up.
What need does Thirdborn have for the protections of Adiran soldiers? We have cannons, cliffs, and wills forged in the storms of Rawatai. And should Rawatai come for us, we will rain hellfire down on their heads. Your Adirans could do no better.
Under Adiran
I can see that.
Your countrymen would strip my people of everything that makes them unique, all in the name of spiritual hygiene. I cannot betray them like that.
Tell me about the other possibilities.
Of course.
I know what I would do. I'm not familiar with Grief Ram.
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Graveroom's aid.
I mean, that doesn't seem bad. What would be our grief?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you.
Seems
Only
right.
the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
I was hoping you'd say that. This is a lot to take in. I don't want to rule anybody. I was hoping you would say that.
You're the obvious choice. There is no Adiran who knows this place better than you.
True. Assume the assembled leaders have thoughts.
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in peace.
A grave rum could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the scarf.
Yeah, doesn't sound bad.
Between Envoy, and we'll have cannons enough to deter the adherents from trying anything stupid.
With the Dream Scourge ended, my people can soon return to Fior. If a renewed animancy could easily feed the island, I suppose we could send Adir what's left. But when lean times come, who will we feed first? Ourselves or the Empire?
Turn to your companions. I like this idea.
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet.
Probably.
Get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special.
Exactly.
There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation.
I'm with Kai here.
But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Turn inwards.
Subtle, pernicious, cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders.
What?
A web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
Okay. Tell me about the others.
Of course.
I have another idea. How about a united living lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
That's the
Well,
leaders.
I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel, even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil, I'm open to uniting, if you are.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table.
That is true.
But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? When my people return to Fior, we could create such miracles of animancy, the Living Lands would become the breadbasket of the world.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
I feel like the second option gives us autonomy too, though.
Setting up your own.
While
is another.
still having a friendly
We're
relationship.
an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
You've been saying the same thing, my dude.
Perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Opinions?
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradise burns.
Living becomes an official colony of Adir. I think we should attempt a grave ram. I believe we should fight for United Living Lands. The leaders of the Living Lands will vote, and I will accept what they decide. If they vote, I think they vote for the Grave Ram anyways. I'll stand with Ludwin and the Steel Garrote, no. So the thing here is, this is not an option. A Grave Ram seems good. We will have the comfort of the trade, adherent trade, as well as when we are being invaded, we have the safety of Adir having to fight for us. On the other hand, we will have to fight for Adir ourselves. Again, I don't think Adir really is the problem. I think the Steel Garrote and Ludwin with Wudeka is the bigger problem. So I think this one is the best option, the Grave Ram. This one is way too risky. You're just gonna be attacked again while we try to figure everything out. This one would work, but it's... Also, it doesn't give us enough, like... This one gives us way more stability and way more security to figure things out, I think. Let's go with that.
A fine compromise.
So long as my wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave rum.
To brisk trade. A docile Shatterscarp and a Grave Rum.
A grave ram, then, if we must. And God's willing, Fjord will feed the world.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the living lands.
I will take care of it.
Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Exactly.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Nice.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwin and the Steel Garrote.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
And I will meet Ludwin on the battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me. I will defeat Paradise with my defend Paradise with my life, even if it means the wheel. Nah, let's go with the first one.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwin.
Nice.
I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
The final battle.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you all for trusting me. I'll do my best. I do my best.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the East.
The real problem are the gods, not the Emperor. I haven't really gotten the idea that the Emperor has done anything bad against the living lands. It has all come from Wudeka and Ludwin. Understood. When did you become a military strategist? Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Sure. Okay. We do have to go into the camp one last time. Oh, the camp during daytime. That's nice. That's not usually possible, so that's kind of fun. Right, we're missing the branches. A lot of the glasswood branches. That is what we're really missing. Missing a lot of the glasswood branches.
I can't wait to give the steel garrote a piece of my mind.
Okay, who doesn't want to talk to
Reckoning
us?
is long overdue.
You're gonna give him a lot more than a piece of your mind.
Okay, about your plan.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your emperor will not be pleased.
It's gonna be fine. Screw him! I have influence in court. My report on the living lands will change minds. Since when do you care about politics? Nah, second one.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The adherents will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time
We
you're
got
told
this.
to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
The living lands, I will always take the side of, like... Okay, it sounds stupid, but justice. The living lands accepts me for who I am. I cannot forget that. This is difficult for me. My soul is from the living lands, but my heart belongs to Adir. You're worried that I'll change my mind? Let's go, first one.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen.
Sure.
He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
We're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say.
Sure.
A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Because Sabadal challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sabadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So I cannot just destroy her. I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die?
I can see that.
Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself.
Sure.
For the research.
How do you feel about the future of the living lands?
When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. And now the living lands is dependent on the Empire's generosity. Generosity which can be given and taken away.
True.
We're free to make our own laws until our adherent masters revoke them. We're free to thrive until our taxes finance your next war, with our people padding the front lines. We're free until we're not.
I mean, but that's...
At the end of the day, I don't trust the Empire to show restraint with the living lands. They've done nothing to earn it.
I can see her point, but still... We get something out of our deal too. And with me being in charge, that it kind of ensures that we are not getting too much screwed over. Thanks for your honesty.
What's done is done. No point in faking a smile.
Are you worried about the outcome of the siege?
Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the living lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over.
Sure.
You too.
Oh, she has something more to say.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want.
Sure.
That's quite a gamble you made.
I trust Zapata to do the right thing.
I admire your confidence. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I'll use it to make a better living lands. Probably to squeeze them for as much power. To be honest, I haven't thought about it. Let's go with first one.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
I'm sure it will be fine. Either way, things could not continue as they are, to imagine. I'm sure it will be fine.
Eventually. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
Sure, it's fine. For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it.
Sure. Let's talk about the battle for Paradise.
Go on then. I'm listening. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, that's enough from her. You have anything new or still bugged?
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
I see you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary. You can stay back in camp if you're afraid. You're ready to fight. Let's go first one.
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival.
Not true.
Not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives.
Okay, I can see his point, but
concept of
they
how
fight
things
for territory, so
we might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest
it's kind of the
house in
same.
Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change.
It's kind of a fight for survival. I can see that, but
but
it's still a
the best
war.
Sokka when you think about it.
I'm glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap.
Damn, that was mean.
All right, Envoy. You go get some. Envoy, what do you need?
Yeah, he's done. Again, I can't believe he's the only one that's just stuck. Okay, right.
I swore I'd try to keep the Envoy alive.
I wanna sell all my shit.
That doesn't change just because I think he's making...
Okay, we don't need this right now. We don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Dodge distance, dexterity. Dude, these shoes are so good. It's kind of nuts. No. I'm stashing everything because I'm gonna empty out our stash.
Making a huge...
Yeah, Marius is not happy with what we're doing. Gonna keep one of each again. It's basically impossible in this game to farm money. Kind of a problem. Since enemies don't respawn either, and loot doesn't respawn. This game, the biggest problem this game has, I think, well, except for that it takes a while to get going, is that you just don't have any way to level and to earn money. And you always have no money. Way too little money. That's the biggest problem. And everything sells for basically nothing. That's another problem. Okay, that's all my weapons. Now about the armor. Okay, there's not a lot of armor really. There's even less boots and stuff. Are they even common gloves? There are. Okay.
Huge mistake.
I can think of worse things than a little normalcy. Are you that worried about a pact with Adir?
Look, I don't give a skiff of Sokka for politics. Doesn't make a ton of difference what flag they fly over Paradise. But
Yeah, Marius doesn't really agree here. Sure. Gonna stick with my usual team. I can see his point, but still. I still think this was the best outcome that the Living Lands could have hoped for. The dodge trick still works. Where's our merchant? I think over here, right? Was the merchant here? I think so, yeah. Up there, I think. Oh, never mind. I went completely the wrong way. Okay, where the fuck is the merchant? It's right behind me. I know that, but there isn't a way to get over there, is there? Oh, never mind. I didn't see that. I'm here, my dude. Need to sell you stuff so I'm not heavy anymore.
Envoy.
Okay. Let me sell you some shit. Okay, I should start from the top. At least a superb item stuff or something. I wish there would be a sell all button. It wouldn't bring up the menu every single time. Okay, almost got it. We had this one duplicate too, right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. No, how much money do we have? 302. That's not bad. But we had to sell all of our superbs. Actually, finally have some good amount of money. So which is the one we want? Which is the one? The glasswood branch, right? That's the one I always don't have enough of. And I definitely want this. I think. Man, this one is expensive. Jesus. I can't actually teleport. Parkour! I wish there would be a way to upgrade our stuff without having to enter the camp. Okay, yeah, we have 14 now. 14 exactly. We can upgrade this fully now. Either that or we upgrade this once, and then we can't do anything else again. Man, why do you need so many of those stupid branches? Fine, it's this. Full upgraded. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to upgrade one weapon fully. There we go. Nice. Finally got one weapon to fully upgrade. And now we can't because we need more branches and we have no way to get any branches at this point. So let's go. Let's kick Ludwin's ass with our newly upgraded gun. Man, this electric gun we've gotten this in the first area and it has been carrying us through the entire game. Let's do this.
The ogre has been an absolute menace to the Steel Garrote. I mean good. If anyone deserves to be menaced, it's them.
Nice.
Keep your voice down, will you? I don't want him to realize I'm here and introduce me to his club.
Sure.
Oh, it's you again. Do you follow trouble around or is it vice versa?
Wait, is it our ogre?
You want something?
You needn't fear the ogre. He won't harm you.
You know that ogre?
Sure.
Well, I can't tell who that's a harsher indictment of, you or him. Not who I'd pick to be friends with, but beggars can't be choosers, can
Or it's just walking by.
No offense to Paradise, but I think I'm ready to go home now.
Stay safe. I leave now. Idea will just follow you to Thurban. Stay safe.
I plan to. Well, seems like you're busy and I've really got to get back to hiding, so good luck, Envoy. If you
Sure.
need me, please don't.
Get off me!
Steel Garrote!
Good shooting, Kai.
Oh, that was already everything. No. Okay, where's our ogre friend? There he is. Hello. It's been a while.
We shall tear your enemies apart.
Nice. We made some good friends. He probably wouldn't have been here if we wouldn't have done his side quest. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have been here. Would have been dead. Okay, let's do this. Hello. I'm the new guy. Get fucked.
Point for you.
Peak performance. Reached max level. Wait, we just leveled up? Oh, level 30 is max level? Huh, I didn't know that. I'm thinking about going one more in intelligence. It's either that or just go might. Could also go critical hits. Perception 12. I think that we are good with perception though. More might. Or attack speed. This also helps us with our reload speed. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's good. Get a little bit more in dexterity. Okay, I can see why. So if you do everything in the game, you reach level 30, so the final level at the end. I still think they should have just increased the level cap. Still growth, huh? If that's the case.
Show me what you got.
Oh, wrong spell. Haven't cast with the Grimroy in a while. There you go. And I keep crouching instead of dodging. More than I would like. Get out of here. Get fucked. You enemy too? Yeah. As soon as I bring out the guns, everyone just explodes.
Good fight.
Foolishness.
Tell me about it. He's our boy.
Let the worst come. I am ready.
Sure, let's heal you all. I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen, but okay. It revived the enemies. Let's go in. Take the eastern gate, take the main plaza. Let's do this. Get fucked. Oh, damn. Didn't think you would not get staggered there. Damn, these guys have a lot of stamina. For a big stagger bar. That is kind of nuts. There we go. Get out of here. Oh. Who do we have over there? Where is he? I think I shot Kai instead. Accidentally. Oh, hey. Goodbye. Where are you guys all coming from? Okay.
back and watch the gate.
Now the loot.
That's all of them.
Now we loot. The barracks, huh? Man, everything is destroyed.
You're pretty impressive, Adiran. Gato is hard to convince.
They're lying there dying, and that's what they say?
What are you doing?
What's up?
I thought you left town weeks ago.
I did. The Steel Road has gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Are there any other survivors?
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Appreciate it. I'll be careful.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
The thing is, if we don't kill them, I mean, we already fully max level, right? I want this. I need this. Can only see 3, really. I'm gonna check out the path through here.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradis. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Luminous Adra so long ago.
Oh, right, that was that guy. I'm glad I could help.
With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Adra into a poultice that heals wounds at a fantastic rate.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't destroy the town with your creative exploration.
It seems fate was on my side, doesn't it? I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you again for everything.
Sure. I thought he would give us something as a reward. I guess not.
Well, the fight has died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
And the Steel Garot's gone fucking mad.
Just gonna grave rob everyone. Well, not really grave robbing, but robbing their dead bodies. She gave us a key, but where do we use that key? Ah, whatever. It's just a couple of dudes.
We're not used to it.
They have a healer. They had a healer. They had a mage. And now they have nothing. Oh, come on. There you go. Oh, there's still one up there. Goodbye. Man, the guns. carried us through the whole game. Okay, I don't think there's a way to get up there. At least not from here. Don't think this is high enough, no. Ah, we can go up here. Wait, what?
Who's there?
Ah, bullshit. I believe they keep not guard breaking. Okay. Let me go up here first. That's where the guy was. Didn't drop anything though. Parkour! Let's go! Anything done? Is this the entrance to the sewers? Nah. Just a corpse. Some stuff. That's a friendly. What's up here? Yeah, this is forward. Ah, that's the...
What exactly do you think you're doing?
That's a clinic.
Liviana,
Found the
don't
clinic.
you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you, fighting the steel garrote. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you too.
Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way.
No worries.
Is this your doing?
Come on. I couldn't have kept him out of the action if I wanted to.
I knew you were a bad influence.
Nice.
We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
I know, but I got this. I've got 1 constitution. Nice. Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, stop the fighting. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but it's always nice catching up with a former patient.
Sure.
Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
No worries.
Come on. You know this. You practiced with Uncle Capo 100 times. Tight? Not too tight.
Oh, it's Chico.
Godlike. Paradise could use your help.
What's happening?
And state that Paradisans know these streets. We're not giving them up without a fight.
What is happening? Why did you aggro on me? Connecting fear, not the flame of conflict. Sure.
Envoy, it's good to see you fighting on the right side of history.
Sure.
Out of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote?
No resolve. I cannot endorse what they are doing in the Emperor's name.
It takes courage to stand against those fanatics. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice?
Give them a moving target. Force them to improvise. Show no mercy. The cowards will flee, leaving the real soldiers to quake with fear. Sure.
Whew. That's grim. Gods, what happened to you out there?
We know what's at stake. Now we fight to win.
Feel free to do whatever you do best. Just stay out of our way. We've got a city to take back.
Maybe that was a little bit too much. That was not the...
Liviana believes in me. to let her
thing
down.
I'd expected. Okay, let's go.
For the living lands.
Ludwig is lost. She's hunting everything.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the right side.
Next one's mine.
Let me out.
Oh, mage.
Coming from the rear.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah, I need to heal. I just noticed how low I was. I'm sure that happened, but whatever. Kept getting hit by something. Whew. Get out of here. Oh, that's our guy. Jesus. Those poor Steel Garrote bastards. They're getting massacred. Jesus. Confront Ludwin. We're in the final stretch.
So, you came around to our side. Guess Kai is rubbing off on you.
I guess.
Mordecai demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm with you to the end.
Let's
Wasn't
make
this
sure she
the?
stays dead this time. All right, dearie.
I think this was the office, wasn't it? Yeah. Checking for any more loot. I don't see anything. Let's kill her. Let's end this. Let's end this for good. How hard could it be? I think I'm gonna start with the spell barrage. Okay, let's talk, Ludwin.
So, you survived the garden.
Sure did.
Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
No constitution. Possibly I know how to break you now. You've died twice by my count. Maybe third time's the charm. Let's go with that. I like that.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The negotiations were a success. The Living Lands will be an Adirian grave ram.
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will save the island. When this is over, I'll instruct him, personally.
I won't weep for Heelguard.
As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Sabadala is under my control. Sounds like you already made up your mind about me. As usual, you're leaping to conclusions about something you barely understand. I like that one.
Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire. Steel yourself, Envoy.
Yeah, you're gonna die, bitch.
Even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
Okay. Dude, what? You need 12 resolve, or 12 intelligence, or 12 perception, and I have 1 too little to perception. Shit. You won't survive this fight. Giada says you're vulnerable.
Really, Envoy? You think the delusional theories of a failed animancer are enough to scare me? Then allow me to teach you the meaning of fear.
Let's finish this. Together.
Yeah, we can't save her.
Once I'm done killing you, your god is slain!
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Yeah, you're gonna die, bitch. All magics! I'm just casting all the magics! Because I can! Oh, she dodged that. I need some HP. As long as she's humanoid, or it counts as a humanoid, I can just heal off of her. Now that I've brought out the guns.
Queen among queens! Lend me your aid!
Oh, she healed. Oh, my. I think you're tough. I still got guns though. Summoned her minions. Nice, I killed already all of them. Yeah, you're not scaring me. Jesus. Never mind. I'm scared. Oh, that's a little bit far in the back. Goodbye. Yeah, you're gonna be so dead. 3 phases, huh? Not gonna help you much. Look at my guns. Aw, some toys. That's cute. Ah, fuck. She actually got me. Doesn't matter. And 1 down. Now it's already way easier. You get fucked. The other one is the, not alive anymore, right? Where is she? Oh, over there. Teleported. Get fucked. One more shot and you're done. Goodbye. Oh, nice. She survived that. One more go then. Oh shit, 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 shit. Oh my. She lives! Thank you. That way you can heal me. Was about to die to your fire. Yeah, you're done. Goodbye. Okay, one more go. Yeah, we can't stagger her again. So might as well finish it with a bang. There we go. We had to kill her.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy.
We spread our stats too widely.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next.
We might have been able to convince her if we would have focused on one stat instead.
You're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Okay.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapodal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence.
Nice.
You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything
Simple?
but simple.
Yeah, exactly.
The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks.
Nice.
The fight for survival is over. The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity,
Okay, perfect.
they find common ground. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Animancy still has a place in the Living Lands, but the Empire's disapproval gets in the way of progress.
Aww.
Their work is slow, but unstoppable. Though Adir has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. But many Adiran ships sail into the Grave Room's ports, bearing fine linens and aged wines. These ease the painful memory of the day Reamgrim culled their people. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of
So
Avowed,
this changes depending on all your actions.
reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the grave room be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Adiran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember. For the
Nice.
first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His
Okay.
heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him.
Sure.
With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and
Nice.
far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates
Oh,
her
nice.
work
He
to
works
the
with the
spiritual
one that we
health
left
of the
alive.
living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fiormes Iverno lives on in her. In a past life, Yatsley was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath.
Nice.
She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days.
Aw.
Freed from torment for the first time in centuries,
But she could combine.
Sapodal turns their
She doesn't have to
prodigious
only do that.
curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated.
Oh,
Their
nice.
grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapodal pours a fragment of their power
There it
into the
is.
statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys.
There it is.
Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are
So we gave her a
battling
mech
across the
body.
plains of Eastern
We gave our
Gash,
god a mech body.
leaping the river
That's gonna
Gulf
help in the
from
future when we have to fight the other
Mudscape,
gods.
scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together.
Nice.
And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange.
Okay.
The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Okay. Credits! Let's go. Man! I say this every time, but this game stretches mostly because of the long-ass conversations and everything. I always say we're about to be done, but then it stretches for another 2 hours or so. It's kind of nuts. But I guess that's what these games do. And there we go. We finished the game. And with that, we are done. We've finished Avowed. We officially finished Avowed. Took us a bit. 32 streams. Kind of nuts. I didn't expect I was going to stick with this game for this long. But at some point, I kind of wanted to finish it. But then it kept dragging on and on. God. Anyways. Overall, good game. I think it's a good game. The biggest problem this game has is the start, I feel like. The start is you're significantly underpowered at the start until you find your first guns or ranged weapons in general. But then you kind of get a stupid power spike right away. Final boss wasn't really hard or anything. Kind of massacred her. I wonder if we would have been able to bring her to our side. But yeah, that's with Avowed. We are going to jump into Night Rain on Tuesdays and Saturdays now. So do look forward to that. And of course, I will be back on Friday. Jumping into more Expedition 33 and some more Lies of P DLC. So do look forward to that. If you didn't miss it, we started our playthrough of the Lies of P DLC yesterday. Was a lot of fun. Game is a lot of fun. So yeah. As always, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And hope to see you guys in the stream soon. Hit that follow button if you did enjoy on Twitch. Hit that sub on YouTube. Share the stream around, all that good stuff. And as always, stay awesome. Until next time. Bye!